and welcome to a very special edition of Workforce Water Cooler. It is our summer recap. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. We have been on hiatus for the summer because we've been doing so much work related to the workforce industry, and we are back in the groove, man. We are ready to get this fall season of Workforce Water Cooler going. So
Kylie, you're already putting us in the fall, man. We have so much to talk about from the summer. You've told us we have one thing, so it's hard.
I know.
We've been very busy.
Yes, we have been very busy. Before we dive into what we've been doing this summer, I do want to acknowledge something just for our viewers that may be like,
I did get a haircut.
Yes, Brian got a haircut. John is mostly clean shaven. Mixes it up with his facial hair, just to keep everybody on their toes. And look at this. This is my new look. I have had some autoimmune issues that cause hair loss, and you know what? I said, hey, that's okay. I always wanted to be a cool blonde. So that's what I got going on.
Leslie got it going on.
It fits you well, Leslie.
Thank you. And it actually, it looks better than my real hair in a lot of ways. So
can I borrow it when you're done?
Yes, absolutely. I have named her Moira after the character Moira Rose. And I probably can't say the name of the show, but it's got the word creek in the title. And her hair is very similar to this, and she names all of her wigs. So in her honor, I named her Moira. So with all that being said, we had to catch you up on many different levels. But with all that being said, we want to talk about a couple really big things that we had going on this summer. So I'm going to start with Mr. Brian Becker, King of the Universe.
The what of the universe?
The king. You're the king of the universe.
No. Well, I'll go quick. Yes, so we had a very, very successful second annual network event, which is our New Americans and Employers Together event. And this is a big job fair and resource fair that we do. Hiring event all in one to connect our immigrant refugee community, mostly that's living in and around Bowling Green, to all of the available regional jobs that we have. So we had 14 participating employers, about that many resource providers, and we did this on August 24th at Living Hope Baptist Church's Recreation Center, which they were very gracious to host us. We had found out, we didn't know, they haven't really allowed a lot of activities to go on in that gym since COVID restrictions happened. But we were one of the lucky ones to be able to come in, and they threw the doors wide open, and over 300 people came into those doors. So not including the partners and the employers. And so we are still in the process here a couple of weeks later of sifting through, trying to see what all of the outcomes are going to be, how many people got hired and connected to resources and all of that. But fantastic event. Leslie, you put a lot of hard work into it. Anna San Cristofel, our New American Workforce Navigator, led the charge on getting a lot of our different populations to come out to it. The International Center was great to have a lot of interpreters and to provide transportation for their clients. We partnered with Eureta, which is another refugee service provider here in town. And again, tremendous turnout, tremendous, we think, long-term impact that's going to be there. Just getting, job seekers and employers in the room together. But our employers did a really great job too. We're learning a lot of tricks all the time. And even though we had interpreters available, to help with the conversations, several of the employers brought their own interpreters out. So it's just great to see that, we're trying to cater to a certain audience for that to help connect them. And most of the people that came, because we collected their information, were unemployed. And that's, we're not trying to get people to jump across the street. We want to see that they either are not commuting as long or that they're getting connected into the workforce. So again, it remains to be seen that we'll know how many matches were made here in the coming weeks, but very excited from the initial results on the day of turnout that we had, because that was months and months throughout the summer of planning and getting everything together. So there you go. Back to you, Leslie.
And I'll just add, on a personal level, it was a wonderful event. So much energy and excitement and enthusiasm and people smiling. And it was I was so glad I was able to be there. And it's something that I would encourage people to attend just to see, because there's nothing else like it I've been to. And it's just a very cool event. And I'm very proud to say that I was a small part of that. So very, very, very good job.
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was really well done. It was really well organized. So credit to Brian and Anna and Leslie and the whole team. To put things in perspective, in other job fairs that we run, if we get 30 people in 2023, if we get 30 people, we call that a good day. It's been very slim pickings for job fairs. The last two events like this, the New American focused one, we've had at least 300 people each time. I mean, so 10 times the number of job seekers come to this. And there's a lot of credit that goes around for that. A lot of it, there's a lot of credit that goes to Anna on our team, who, when she tells people, they come, they trust her, and that's because of all the trust that she's built. But it also has to do with being very selective in the employers that we invite to the New American Job Fair, because we're selecting employers that have a proven track record of being welcoming to this community and working with them and being able to accommodate limited English proficiency. And so again, that just helps in the participation and the volume of people that come through. So, but hats off to everybody involved in putting this together, because it's just so well done, and there's just so many people there, and it's mind blowing compared to a lot of the other events that we see and do.
Now, John, what were you going to share with us? You were going to share something other than that.
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, there's a lot of things to talk about, but I think the one I'll throw out there is back in earlier this summer, we were asked to host folks from the Kentucky's Education Labor Cabinet and the Kentucky Workforce Innovation Board. We were asked to host a local meeting around the state plan. So just a little bit of background on that. So by law, because we largely operate with WIOA funds, which is Workforce Investment Opportunity Act funding from the Department of Labor, there's a lot of rules and procedures around operating with that type of money. And one of them is that the state, every 4 years, the state has to write a new state plan on how they're going to serve employers and job seekers. And then subsequently, each workforce area will have to write a local plan and a regional plan. And so the whole idea is that we're nested with what the state plan. So the state starts writing their plan in January, this coming January. So they're embarking on going to visit all 10 workforce areas in the state starting this summer. And they actually reached out and they wanted to start with our workforce area. And so, which is kind of cool, because they felt this would be a good first starting point, because they have a lot of confidence in our organization, I believe. So So we were honored to host the first state planning forum for WIOA, for the WIOA state plan, and that was on July 27th. And basically, what we did was we partnered with the WKU Innovation Campus. They agreed to let us use their site and their facility for this event, and we were very selective in who we invited. We reached out to about 30 employers and community partners. We wanted to be a big enough group that there was good representation, but we also wanted it to be small enough that there was good conversation and feedback that goes to the state. And so we're able to, and really we reached out to 30, and I think we got almost all of them in the room. I mean, just about everybody that we invited said yes. So we're very thankful for that. So we had a good cross section of people. And so we came in and, everybody in one place, and there was some opening comments, and then it really broke out into three different working groups. One was focused on employers, one was focused on community leaders, judges, executives, mayors, elected officials, and the third group was focused on community partners. And really, there was a representation from the KWIB and the cabinet. They basically moderated each of the small groups, and they spent a couple hours going through a lot of questions and collecting a lot of great feedback from the group. So at the end of it, I mean, the feedback we got from the folks at the KWIB and the Education Labor Cabinet was they were very pleased with the level of participation. Again, we had a lot of the right people in the room, people that have an opinion and were willing to kind of share their opinion about what's working, what's not working, what would they like to see in the years to come with workforce development. How can the public workforce system better serve our employers and our communities in the next 4 years? So, and it was also an opportunity for us to kind of pick up on some of that feedback, because we'll write some of that into our own local plan as well as we get ready to update ours.
So those were just two events.
Yeah.
We have had oodles of others, like our workforce collective sessions across the region. Those have been very well received. I feel like as a workforce board, we are beginning to really see some momentum. People recognize who we are and what we do, and part of the fall preview part, this fall, I will be working on revamping our website, because we want it to be as easy to navigate as possible. So that is on the horizon. When that is done, I would like to have probably some sort of musical television special, if that's okay.
Yeah,
So
Brian picks the music.
A song and dance number.
Sounds like another event we got to do.
Yeah, some feather boas. I think that would be good. I think that would be a good way to celebrate, because it's going to be a bear. I'll just tell you, it is. But we need it. That's okay.
I don't dance, so that's okay. So I'll introduce you to some people.
I can put your face on something.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I have been known to sing outside of a career center building and in the middle of eggs and soup, chili, whatever it was years ago. Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been our Workforce Water Cooler summer recap. Look for us. We will be returning to our regular schedule every other week, catching up on what's happening in South Central Kentucky workforce. As always, thank you, John. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for watching. and we will catch you again soon. Thanks so much.
Like and subscribe.
Smash that like button.